Hello everyone, Elemental here. Happy holidays, whichever you're celebrating this time of year. And today's video, I wanted to bring you to kind of show you some of the books that I received this Christmas. Most of them I actually got myself, but I'm diving deep into spirit here at the end of 2019 and going full force into 2020. And I'll show you a couple of the other gifts I got for Ginger and a couple other people. I'm not going to say who the gifts are for because that I haven't given yet, because I don't want to ruin the surprise in case they happen to see this post. But yeah, so firstly, if we went over to Pal's Books actually in person. I believe it was on Cyber Monday, and I picked up this one here. It's called Gaia Speaks. Now, I'm eventually going to do a whole review on each one of these over time, but that's just going to be like here and there randomly as I finish a book, or after if I find something really profound, or maybe if I just understand the book well enough to actually give a proper description. But this was the first one I started diving into because it was the first one I got, and this is an amazing book. It's written by an extremely talented Gaia channeler. She actually allows Gaia to speak through her, and she's done lots of seminars and symposiums on this. And she wrote this book as an oracle also, so I mean there is some profound knowledge in here. I actually haven't been reading this one in the last few days since I just have so many books. You could probably see them on the side of your screen there. I'm just trying to tap into a few of them, so I did read a little bit into this. But when you open to a page and like you would an oracle deck, just without the cards, it really does answer questions. I like to hold the book like this, put energy into it as far as what question I'm trying to ask, or just advice I'm trying to receive, or maybe just have a general topic, and a reading for a cosmic engineer. So yeah, this one's really good. I'll do a full review on that later, like I said. And then these are some of the books I had from before that I'm still reading, that I didn't actually get recently. This one's called Dream Alchemy. It's all about going into the dream world. And it's funny because when I read this book before bed, I actually am much more aware of my dreams. I think that's kind of the subconscious effect that you have, the book has on you, which is cool. And it also teaches you how to control, how to be more aware that you are dreaming in your dreams, and how to control your dreams more effectively. And it's about much more than that, but that's kind of the gist of it. Food of the Gods. This is an awesome book about this. This is by Terence McKenna, going out into the jungles of the world and the rainforests, and really finding some very interesting, psychedelic, not only psychedelic but spirit plants, and more than that, just food that's very nutritious for you. Types of nutrients and vitamins that are very specific to rare types of fruit and vegetables and plants and herbs and stuff like that. I believe there's even some recipes in here if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't picked this one up in a while. This one I actually thought was gone. This is my buddy's book. I'll have to tell him I have it. I'm glad it's still around though. Ooh, it looks like it's not really in the best condition that it used to be, but this is a really good gem reference book if you're into making jewelry or doing anything with crystals, really, even if you're a prospector or anything like that. This is a great reference guide for not only the physical attributes, but the metaphysical attributes of the crystals as well. I use it when I'm vending. If I make wire wraps with crystals and people ask about them, I'll explain what I know about them, and then also tell them what page to turn to if they want to know more specifics about it. This one Ginger got when we were in Virginia last time, and it's Everything Tarot book, and I'm actually going to be referencing this more because I have to learn tarot better than I know right now to do this sort of full spectrum reading thing, and I'll get into that in a second. I also busted out my old comic books recently. I love this Moon Knight one with Hobgoblin and Venom, or excuse me, Spider-Man in the Venom suit. This is an awesome comic. It's actually a multiple part comic. I'm kind of working on getting the other ones. But yeah, I just pulled a few of mine out. Yeah, I got Cloak and Dagger #1. That's #2 right there, but #1's somewhere over here. Anyway. So yeah, I got the Spider-Man comics in there. What's this? Trial of Peter Parker. But that's not really the interesting stuff. The interesting stuff is over here. So these are ones I haven't gotten into yet. I'll just go through those real quick. This is The Art of Psychic Protection. Yeah, Ginger started reading this a little bit, and she says it's very good. And this is actually a very appropriate book for me, for both of us to have right now. We really need something like this in our life. I'm glad we have it. Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. This is Star Magic and Wishing Wells. So I'm not exactly sure what this book is. When I ordered it, it's definitely some sort of spirit book. I'm, you know, with my name being Elemental, I'm obviously interested in these type of things. So that's another one I'm going to get into. Your Warden is Your Wand. Sequel to The Game of Life. That was a very cheap book. It was like $1.50 or something like that, so I just wanted to pick it up. Yeah. Alright, this is one I got at Ginger's request. This one was for her. This is her book. But I must tell you, it might just look like a book full of scary stories, but it's actually much, much more than that. I think there's actually a spirit in the book. So, sometimes you're reading a story and it like, you don't think much of it as you're reading it until after you're done reading it, and then you start having these thoughts where it gives you perspective, like from looking from the ghost's point of view, as if you are a ghost, and seeing things that not only from the story, but things that you'd see, things that you would see as if you were your own ghost and your own, like looking down at people that were that affected you in your life and stuff. It's really crazy. Ghost Stories of Oregon, highly recommended. Very cheap book to purchase if you're into this kind of thing. While it does give you really dark thoughts after you read some of the stories, those dark thoughts are actually quickly turned into divine realizations and appreciation for life. I can't tell you how important stuff like that is. This one's called Cannabis and Spirituality. I think the title says it all in this book. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. This will tie great in with my cannabis, it's called the Marijuana Horticultural Medical Growers Bible. I hate that it says marijuana and not cannabis, but it's actually a very good book for using as a growing reference guide. I used it a lot this season in particular. So yeah. Oh, I also have this one, the 10-pound plant. They recommend, this is actually a rare book, but they recommend using like harsh chemicals in here, which I wouldn't recommend, but they do have some tips that are good. And I also picked up this one because it was only like $5 or $6. Gem Trails of Oregon. This is a really good one because it actually has like, you know, spots with all different kinds of mines for all different kinds of gems, gold, silver mines. And I got this as a used book, and there is a ton of notes about some of the expeditions that these people actually went on. Not the people who wrote the book, but people who read the book and had the book here in Oregon. See, like they're talking about the tourmaline mine here, and they put down here where some pyrite is and where they found the pyrite. You know what I mean? So this is like a really good reference guide, and for $5 or $6, I couldn't turn it down. I'm definitely going to be using this. I'm really interested in, you know, going on little adventures like that to find crystals and gems in my local state. Kundalini Awakening, a general guide to chakra activation and spiritual growth. This is just, you know, another spirit textbook that Ginger and I are both going to utilize to evolve more spiritually. On that note, we'll also use this for the same reason, Modern Sex Magic. We've never had a book like this before. It's something we're going to research as we read it and see where it goes. And this is another one. This was like $1.50 or something like that. Linda Goodman's Star Signs. There's another one, I believe, yes, Sun Signs, and she makes love signs too. I've heard really good things about this author. This is kind of, these type of novels that are formatted this way is not usually what I get into. It does have some pictures in there, but this is a big read, almost 600 pages. So I think Ginger's probably gonna end up reading this one and telling me things that are cool out of it. I don't know if I'll read this one personally, but we'll see. And here we get to the illustrated Herbiary, and I actually got the collectible box set. I got this for myself, and I got this author makes another one called the Illustrated Bestiary that has all the spirit guide and animal spirits attached to the deck that comes along with this. But since I already have a spirit guide deck, animal spirit guide deck, you know, I could have chosen to get the Bestiary instead and had like a double power animal reading type thing going on, but I wanted to create a more balanced and, like I was saying before, full spectrum reading. So that's why I decided to get the Herbiary, because that way I can incorporate plant spirits and animal spirits together in the reading. But it's actually more than that. There's another, I'm going to incorporate, so this one, let's just go ahead and break this out first so I can show you what it is on its own. Okay, and that's the other reason I wanted to get this too, because the other version of this didn't come as a collectible box set, and the cards are actually not as cool as far as how they were made. Like these have gilded edges and stuff. I'll show you in a second, but the book is really beautiful. And you know, it has the different plants, and it's so awesome because you have the description of what cards you pull here, and then it gives you a ritual where it, you know, step into sensation. You perform this ritual with the plant medicine that's recommended, and then it gives you a reflection with a little bit of poetry at the end too. So it's just a really beautiful way to have an oracle deck be laid out. And the person who did this actually, I don't want to say she's a botanist, I forget. She's been working with herbs for many years. I believe she was managing an apothecary for a long time, or maybe she owned it. I forget all the exact details, but the author is amazing, Maya Tall, and I think she's coming out with one more of these, the Crystallary, where it's going to be all about crystals. I'm probably going to pre-order that one because that one's up my alley as well. Although if I do get that one, it's going to be kind of a separate deal. But here's the cards that come with it. Oops. I've never actually put them in here before. They came in a plastic thing first. But yeah, these are beautiful, beautiful cards. And you can see the shining gilded edges of the of each one as well. I mean, you know, and what I love about these two, right, is see, this is Hawthorne. Oh, that's awesome, because Hawthorne's really known in Portland. It has the page number on the cards, so it's extremely easy to find the description and the ritual. But what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna pull one card, you know, for the general description, the plant guide, and the ritual, and then I'm gonna pull one of these. And I got the snow leopard here. Okay. Chickweed, and take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. So this animal deck in particular is very direct and obvious results, whereas this one is more of a kind of completion and ritualistic thing that helps get results. So it's you know, really good combination. But in addition, what I want to do is I want to get the specific tarot deck. It's a Gaia tarot deck. And I've never had so much connection with the deck before, but I'm going to lay out a full tarot spread in addition to these two first. So it's going to be like a plant oracle, animal oracle tarot spread, but it's not a traditional tarot either. It's like set up with the 4 elements instead of like cups and swords and stuff. But I'm going to do that, and then each element is guided by a dragon card. So there's 4 total dragon cards in the whole deck, and if I pull a dragon card, then I'm going to pull another card from another deck called the Dragon Tarot. So it's going to be a 3 to 4 part reading, completely full spectrum. But I have such a good connection with this Gaia deck, and it's so strong, I feel it intuitively, that I haven't even felt compelled enough to actually buy the deck yet, because I have a weird feeling that it's actually just going to come to me anyway, without me even getting it. So yeah, those are really cool too. I'm really excited about doing these readings. But I can put those away later. This book is called Sign Mates, and this one I got for $1.50 all by itself with free shipping. It's like almost in brand new condition. This is honestly the best astrology book I have ever read in my life. Hands down. And I've looked at a lot of them, and there's always something where I'm like, this doesn't make sense. But this is like Sign Mates, understanding the games people play. I can't even tell you, like, first of all, the first page I opened to randomly when I got the book was Taurus Sagittarius. And I'm a Sagittarius and my partner is a Taurus. The guy I'm doing this album with right now, my boy Perk, is a Taurus. Like I really get close with Tauruses a lot, and it's not common for Sagittarius to get along with Taurus. They usually butt heads. But it also happens that I'm the year of the ox in the Chinese zodiac, and my #1 like lineup as far as Chinese astrology for the year of the ox is the year of the rat, which is what my partner Ginger is as well. She's a Taurus rat, and I'm an ox. Oh. This is another one that Ginger got. It's called the Spirit Almanac. And I haven't had a chance to look into this yet, but I mean, I'm not trying to judge a book by its cover or anything, but it's got a really beautiful cover. I love the art on it. She's been saying good things about it, so I'm really looking forward to looking at this one too. But this one is kind of the creme de la creme. This one is called Weeds in the Heart, and I absolutely love this book. It's kind of expensive to get, and it's a fairly new book, but it is just unbelievable. I can't even, like, I'm not even gonna bother like describing what this book is like to you, because like just look at it. It just, you know, gives you these awesome like correlations to life and things, and it tells you these stories that lead to conclusions about like how to apply plants to the problems of life and spirit and things that people come across in life. And then like it gives you these like really awesome spirit oriented plant descriptions, and then ties it into the scientifics of it and the alchemy and the chemistry of it. And it actually gives you, like, you know, look at this, like GABA sub A, NMDA, and opioid receptors. I mean, talking about this triple healer here, which is chamomile. You know, who knew, right? So, you know, it gives you really good breakdowns with amazing hand-drawn and hand-painted art. And it gives you these like holographic art too. And sometimes at the beginning and middle of the stories and at the end of the stories. It's just unbelievable. It really is. So anyway, that's probably my favorite book that we picked up so far. Although there's a lot of good ones that are great in different ways. My buddy Kenny, you all know Kenny's Kitchen. He got me these guys. And, you know, we both love comics, right? And it's kind of funny because these were actually made around the time when I basically started collecting comic books. Which is funny because that was right before my favorite comic book series came out. So these are actually made in the 90s, or like really early 90s. And Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man series came out like right after that. So this is like a comic book reference guide, and I was just talking about how I needed one of those before he got this for me. It's just really cool to just be like, boom, let me look it up in the book, you know. But unfortunately, it doesn't have the comics that I collected. It has some of them like here and there, but most of the ones that I actually collected aren't in here. So I'm gonna need to get like another version of this that came out later, possibly, if they made one. But for what it is, it's freaking amazing, and it's a really good gift for me. He also got me a 32-inch 1080p TV, which I thought was amazing. I have to upgrade my graphics card on my computer to actually get it to hook up because it doesn't have an HDMI out. He also got me this, which is a very rare collectibles item that's only given to like comic book store owners and stuff like that. Superman Smashes the Klan, and yes, that is the Klan with the K. Like Superman essentially fights the KKK. But this is like a really big collector's item, and so I'm trying to be really careful with it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to. And this is my favorite Christmas gift this year. Ginger gave me this. This is called The Magic of I, like I as in me. Even though it does have the eye there, and it's Magic of Eye 2020, and it has this awesome holographic cover, holographic gold gilded edges. I mean, and this thing is a planner for the whole year of 2020, and it has really complex descriptions. A nice little poem here at the beginning too about how to use the planner. You can plot your astrological natal chart here. I'm still working on finding my birth time. And then it has all kinds of different things that go with this. They have like power days and like days that are better for creativity, according to the how the planets, stars, and the moon phases are aligning with you and with the date that you're on. So like you can set your intentions for the year here. It gives you like a list for 5, maybe 6 on there that you could set, and then it gives you much more space to write about each intention. And then for each intention, you also have an actionable steps page. So like accountable and actionable steps you can actually take to reach those intentions and make them manifest. And they have enough pages to supply for all those that you wrote down on that first page. And then it gives you for each month just like a regular calendar, except it has all the astrological symbols that are associated with each day, telling you like these little things here. It says go with the flow, turns to gold, you know, love it up. I mean, these all have relation to specific things that have more explanation in other parts of the book. But yeah, I'm seriously studying this planner, trying to figure out how to use it because it's getting close to New Year's here, and I really want to write my intentions out and start getting into it. But then it also, for each month, you have these like Monday, you know, every day of the week and day of the month, you have like more writing space. So you don't have to cram it all in these small spaces. That's the only difference between they make a pocket planner version of this one too. This is like the bigger version, and they don't have like that extra space for writing. They just give you the regular calendar, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember. But I really, really like this. This is like one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever got, along with this amazing card that she gave me. Yeah, Ginger's doing good right now.
Birthday card.
Oh yeah, birthday card. Sorry. Ginger's doing good right now. I love that girl. Yeah. Anyway, she got this amazing planner for herself. Or yeah, this is her planner, and it also has this amazing like golden edges and stuff. Not quite the one that I have, but she's busy putting all kinds of stickers in it that she got from off of Etsy. And yeah, so that's my post for today. I hope you guys are having... Oh, well, actually, no, it's not. I want to show you a couple of Christmas gifts. I haven't shown you guys on Steam my hood yet, but I got Ginger her own. This is one of these handmade Guatemalan fabric. Excuse me, not fabric. This is all hand woven with plant-dyed threads that they collect locally in organic natural cotton they grow locally in Guatemala. They're made without electricity or anything. I'm going to do a bigger post like about all the Guatemalan garments that we got recently. But it's a hood. It has secret pockets on it too, and it has a couple zipper ones on the sides right there. And you can actually like...
You put it on backwards.
I always do that. You can actually like wear it just like this, right? Or fold it over, and it really keeps your neck and head warm. Like, I can't even tell you. Absolutely amazing. I love it. I have my own too, but it's not quite as girly as that one. And I also got her a skirt. I love this thing. You can actually put this over other clothes, so you can like wear leggings with it, even if you want to wear it in the wintertime. So she can like wear it right now. And same type of deal, except she has a lot of like some of the patchwork kind of thing going on here. And there's some pieces that look like they come off right off, they came right off of the couple of the shirts that I got for myself. So she's like kind of wearing me. And she's got this like awesome permanently attached side strap bag too that she can put her stuff in when she's walking around in the skirt. Yeah, and I got her some chocolate, of course, because if you don't get your girlfriend chocolate on Christmas, then you have an unhappy girlfriend. I don't care how nice the jewelry is or the clothes you got her. You got to get her chocolate. Just saying. But yeah, like I was saying, that's my post for today. Really looking forward to getting this full spectrum card reading thing going with the, you know, with the 2 oracle decks and 3 tarot decks, and I just love this thing right here. So as I progress with all these books and cards and clothes, the you know, close to the earth clothes and stuff, you know, I'll do more posts about those individually. But for now, everyone have a great holiday season. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, you know, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. Even if you're not celebrating the holidays, celebrate yourself, okay? Peace out from us here in Oregon. We love you all. Have a great night.